to get to a point where you feel stable and ready to do what you're born to do is what makes me come to life. It goes good more than bad most of the time.
Hi, my name is David, and welcome to the Mateada Sessions. Today, I'm sitting with Tommy Van Dersen from Small Town Artillery.
Good to be here today.
Can you tell me a bit about your Small Town Artillery project?
Yeah, this is a 6-piece rock and roll band that's been through a lot of different evolutions. Born in the tiny mountain town of Caslow, which is in the interior of BC. And it started out just me and my brother whacking away. I learned guitar when I was 11 years old, and he learned the drums, which is so awesome.
Your parents loved that, right?
You know, they were really, really supportive. And I think that's a key piece in why I'm a professional musician today, is I got so much yes energy from them to just make terrible noise for years. I used to practice on the second floor of the house, the like punk rock jump. So you like fret the note on your guitar and you jump really high and bring your feet up to your butt and then extend it and land and hit the chord at the same time, like my idols at the time. And you can just imagine that sound from downstairs, like whoop, bang.
Are you going to do that tonight?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see the polished practice version of that.
Can you tell me a little about some of the songs you're playing that you're excited about?
Totally, yeah. We have a bunch of older tunes that we've kind of revamped with a brand new band, which used to have a full horn section and now has the amazing Sophia LaBelle on violin as the sort of sax part, and then the trumpet is Michelle Foots, and on and on. So we're quite a thick, big sound. So we revamped a lot of old songs, and we've written a bunch of new songs together. There's a song called Home Running, and it's an ode to growing up in Caslow, you know, which kind of mirrors growing up on Salt Spring in a way. It's big in a small way, or small in a big way. It's like small enough you kind of know everyone, and you can get really familiar with the streets and the places, and it's a really sweet place to grow up because your imagination can just run. Each time my brother and I and the versions of this band make the journey home, like we've played Caslow 25 times or something in 10 years. Maybe that's wrong, maybe 15, but like we always go there on tour. And the jazz festival, Caslow Jazz Festival that happens there, running home, it's like naming the landmarks as you get closer and closer to where you grew up. And just how good that feels and how grateful I am to be from there and to be supported when I go back there.
I'm just so happy to be with this band family again. Thank you so much for being here. This is Sophia LaBelle on the violin. Michelle Foots on the trumpet. Sam Schuette on the bass. Kyle Vaughan on the electric guitar. And my brother Derek Van Dersen on the drums, vocals and samples and lights. My name is Tom Van Dersen. We're a Small Town Artillery Collective. This next song is going out to hometowns all across the land. It's called Home Running. Let me take you there. Blueberry pulsing and we're spiraling down. Pine on my mind. Past the clearing where we laughed in the dawn. Hugging those mountains until she opens up and sticks in my throat. throwing my worry away. Mirror Lake the last milestone. Past the turn off to the back road, we're seconds away. I've got lightning shooting right up my spine, even though we've been driving all day. 'Cause I'm home running, and this life on the wind, I'm not trading it in. Whoa, I'm just resting for a bit. Grab your best pair of boots. Why don't you meet me at the Bluebell for 6? The boys up on a fight squadron, propped up, and the girls scout the way up the cliffs. Bless 'em. Now we're catching the sunset. Man, looking down at Festival Bay. Man, there ain't no room for hate here. There's no room for hate. I will remember you when I am away. Past the turn off to the back road, seconds away. I've had a map of this town in my hand, and I'm not chained to the day, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. 'Cause I'm feels good to be back where it started. Oh, this life on the wind, I'm not trading it in. Damn, it feels Cause I'm home. Home running. Cause I'm home. Say, home running. Think of someone that makes you feel safe from your heart to your throat, twice as loud. 3, 'cause I'm home. 1, 2, 3, home
What makes you come to life?
Yeah, man. This week, I think, is a perfect example. Like at 36 years old and being really comfortable where I am, I got to work carpentry with a good buddy. I got to spend time with my partner. I got to experience beautiful weather. I got to prepare for a show, put all the pieces in place, practice, write the set list, bring the crew together. Like, this band is a family, and we've been apart for 7 months. And so now we're getting back together, and this is the first time we played in a long time. What makes me come to life is all the pieces of a week like that in preparation for something great. And I think I've built a lot of my life around that. Is I don't only enjoy the playing, I love the thinking about it and the preparing and the like spiritual prep and the permit prep and the musical prep and the relational prep to get to a point where you feel stable and ready to do what you're born to do is what makes me come to life.
So what's it like to play in a band with your brother?
This band started officially in 2015, but we've been a band together for 10 years before that. So 2005, I was just in the middle of high school, and that's when we formed our first rock band in high school. So it's been 25 years, I think, playing with Derek. It's amazing. We've grown so much in different directions as men, but this is a common thread for us. He's become a lot more pragmatic. He's become a high school teacher and a world traveler, and a carpenter, and I went into event production and rock and roll. And we're very different people, but we have such a commonality in this group, and I feel like he is the balanced, rational one to my wild dreaming. And so I really appreciate his, and sometimes resent, his ability to hold me in reality.
I've had, yerba mate with my brother for almost 30 years too. So I know what it's like working with your brother. There's challenging moments, and there's also just mostly great moments. What's it like? Like, how do you guys work it out when it gets tough or you get triggered by each other? Or do you even have those moments?
We totally do. Yeah, I think we state our case. We say what we need to say to each other and take it a day or two or a week. And it's actually really beautiful. He just spent a year in Europe with his partner, and I was here, and it's the longest we've been apart since we've known each other, since birth, really. Because we had a band, we had a reason to meet all the time. And, I noticed it so much in the year that he was away. It's like, oh, I'm not hanging out anymore because there's nothing to do. But in that year, we made a point of staying connected and not really talking about music all the time.
Wow. Cool.
And a lot of stuff came up that we needed to chat about and figure out how to treat each other a little better. And, he is really good at humbling me without pushing me away, which is that's a super skill in relationship. I hope he continues to be super honest with me, because then I know who he is. I know who I'm dealing with, and I do the same for him. So talking.
What is it like to tap into that place where you're, as vulnerable as you can be, and yet loose and feel free to let it come through you, yet also not too wild where you kind of lose your track? I mean, does that make sense what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well, that's the goal. I just hang on and hope.
Hang on.
I don't know, man. It's I think in improv or music or whatever performing you're doing, you do all the nitty gritty prep.
Yeah.
You work hard to prepare and practice and think about things from your left brain and your right brain. And then you just have to do enough prep that when you get up there, you forget it all and rely on your instincts.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
I guess it's some magic balance of those things, and it goes great and badly all the time. So I have no idea, man. I think I just hang on and hope. And I'm a professional. I've been doing this 20 years, and it goes good more than bad most of the time.
Lights up on the modern, lights up on the modern man. Lights up on the modern, lights up on the modern man. He's learning to be patient. He's learning how to be a friend. Century now. Finally coming around. And bad mistakes, I made a few. 9 billion and 6, 5, 22. 22. Lights up on the modern. Lights up on the modern man. Lights up. It's okay to cry. It's good to see eye to eye, gentlemen. He chopped the wood, maybe fixed the leak, but he's breaking down his he's breaking free. He loves the girls, and he treats them right. He loves the boys, it don't matter why. Lights up on the modern. Lights up on the modern man. Lights up on the modern. Lights up on the modern man.
Playing the boom booms, and you have your own solo project, Tommy VanSolo.
Yes.
So, what is the passion behind STA? Like, what's the juice? What is STA about? You've created this band, and you lead this band. What's the purpose?
I hear music in my head, always have, and I spent a lot of time as a teenager with the ability to arrange it. So when I was like 13, 14, I had a program called Cubase SE. And I could go in there and write drum parts and program horn parts and key parts and play guitar and play bass and like arrange it in a way where it was capturing what was in my head. And so this band grew really organically out of the like full sound that I was hearing, because at the beginning of writing until this day, I hear full parts in my head. I hear strings and I hear horns and I hear... And it had a heaviness and an urgency to it that the Boom Booms doesn't necessarily have,
right?
Which is like, I think came from a lot of just teen angst. And it was such a good tool for me to get that out and deal with those feelings. But now it's grown into a very mature band that draws on funk and world beat and rock and metal and pop. And so it's a really dynamic group that's good at being really loud and heavy, which is what used to send me as a teen, and now as like a calmer, older man, I don't feel that angst that much anymore.
Another one of your dreams that I also share that we get to produce this year is the first Yerba Fest.
Yes.
In Stoll Lake Farm.
Yes.
Tell me how you're feeling about that.
Really good. Well, it's celebrating 30 years of Yerba Madre, which is the company that helped to build this place, and you helped to build. You co-founded. And it's going to be a live music festival on the farm that I moved to, that you welcomed me into.
Right.
That is just ace. It's just perfect for a large scale event like this. And so we have some really, really good bands coming. And I think something that I want to thank you for actually in this moment is giving me so much agency to be an event producer and trusting me to take the reins on slightly larger and larger things as I've sort of just proven my worth on each one. And so this feels like a step up, and the ability to produce like a full scale festival is a total honor. And yeah, July 25th, 2026, Saturday, all day long. It's going to be really, really awesome.
So excited about it all.
Yeah.
So what's another song you're excited about playing tonight?
The Birds Up North Are Braver, I think, is a strong tune. I actually wrote it. I spent a week living in a yoga studio of a dear friend who was dying of cancer, named Anne Blaney. And I used to play guitar with her daughter, Takaya, who's a pretty prominent First Nations activist now, but was just a kid then, and just starting to develop her voice. And so Anne put me up for a week and fed me 3 square meals a day, and was like so sick, but came in every night to check on me and was really genuinely interested in the artistic progress I had made that day. Like, show me that. Oh, show me that verse. Oh, let's read those lyrics to me. How are you? Here's dinner. And something about that connection and week and where I was in my life gave me that song. And so it's kind of about just walking your own path in life, and that you can find your feet, whether you're alone or together, and just sort of, foraging your way forward. It's not quite the word, but it has a big feel to it, and it's always what we close our shows with.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be a closer.
It's got a big closing energy.
Hello, my love. Hello, my beautiful one, my son. There's no highways here, so we walk until the day is done. Make a temple inside yourself and fill it up with the truth. You'll never be beside yourself this way. Trust us, we know what to do. So many miles I walk to find my home. Many miles, many bridges I've crossed to be alone. So if I let you back in, then I keep growing. I don't need nobody, no savior, but the birds up north are braver. The lesson in the wind is how we can forgive and love again. As much as we hold on to the past, I will never be him again. The pieces all fit and we don't need to try so hard. I've got this lump in my throat, I've got a fire in my heart. So many miles I've walked to find my home. Many miles, many bridges I've crossed to be alone. So if I let you back in, can I keep going? I don't need nobody, no savior, but the birds up north are braver.
sharing intimately.
It's a pleasure and an honor, David.